Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another scene for New Serum, where we have Renee, who has been about her Reneeing. Renee has been living with Tootie and Delarose for a good while now, and she's gone from kind of playfully staying there and, doing her thing, being in and out as she likes, to more politely, you know, coming home and making sure that she does so in a timely fashion, leaving notes, leaving messages for the other two, just kind of trying to keep them in the loop, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they know where she is, what she's up to, because, well, on the one hand, they've done her a good turn by letting her stay there, and on the other, it's fucking dangerous in the city, it turns out, and she finds it at least a little reassuring for the two Malkavians to know where she is at a given time. But more lately, especially in light of recent developments, in light of everything that's gone on, that punctuality, that attendance to letting the others know where she is when she's coming home, when she's leaving, what she's up to. It's gone from being something that she does pertly and politely as a kind of a courtesy to being kind of almost a defeated thing. She goes out and does her work. She comes straight home. She doesn't seem to really entertain the idea of even going out. She doesn't make contact with the other members of the Camarilla in the city, really. She just goes out, she does what she has scheduled herself to do, she comes home. She goes up to her room, she sits with her cat, plays on her phone, but doesn't do much else. It's gotten, I don't know, the tone of it has changed. It's just kind of a level of, maybe acceptance. And she's still very good about, she takes her shoes off at the door. She cleans up after the cat religiously. He never leaves the bedroom. And she's still perfectly polite with Tootie and with Delarose and smiles at them when she sees them. It's gotten a little hollow. And so, yet again, we have a case of Renee coming home, probably from the clinic Delarose runs, because that is where she's set up to work. Her certificates arrived in the mail. She's a no-shit certified nurse. Go figure. And yeah, it's the same rote behavior. She parks, she comes in, she takes her shoes off at the door. If Tootie's downstairs, she gets a wave and a chirped hello, but it's always with the intention of gravitating back upstairs and just bunkering down.
Judy has been bopping around her house, listening to various musics, calling people, busy, 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 as always, working in a very important pharmaceutical company. And she sees Renee just potter in. She kind of gives a frown to her face, and she's like, okay. Well, she will kind of merge and at Renee's door.
And she will hear a comical kind of like just a bit of noise, not like the fall off the bed, nothing too dramatic, just essentially. And Renee like audibly kind of closes and sets down a book and hops up and putters over and socked feet to the door. Pops it open with a kind of puzzled look on her face. What's up?
You're very quiet.
Aren't I usually quiet?
Yes. But you're just quiet.
She offers a shrug and she leaves the door open. It's not like Panacea is going to run out. He knows the deal. I don't know what to tell you.
Is everything all right?
Everything's just everything. It was a shrug.
What's that supposed to? She gives a frown. What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. It just means everything is what it is.
Hmm. Are you sure everything's all right?
I mean, everything's hell, but shrug. There's not a lot I
Everything
can
is
really
not.
do about it.
Everything is not hell. Sometimes everything gets a bit hectic, but believe you me, there has been worse times.
Yeah, apparently there's been all-out war.
Mm-hmm. So, why are you hiding up here then?
Uh, because I don't have plans to be anywhere else? Shrug?
Well, why don't you make some?
Well, most of the people that I have to choose from either turn out to be garbage or have better things to do. And I
Better
can't go
things to
out by
do.
myself.
Like who? Who has better things to do?
Shrugs? I don't know.
You don't know.
I mean, I don't even know that many people, Tootie.
Well, I think I know what we have to do.
What's that?
Take you out.
To
Get you
what?
involved.
Involved in what?
Everything.
All anyone seems to do is go to clubs.
True. I do like dancing. Just say smiling.
Well, yeah, you do. And you're good at it, so I can't blame you.
It's not just the dancing, that. It's not just because I'm good at dancing. It's the reason why I like going.
Well, yeah, but even before all this, she kind of waves around. I was kind of a shut in, anyways. It's weird.
I mean, I technically was, but I was more of a shut-in in the nightclubs because I'd stand there dancing on my own.
I don't know. Old habits.
Well, takes her by the hand and pulls her out of the room.
She's just kind of, ugh. She's in like her fucking
Old
like
ha-
comfy yoga pants, like a t-shirt.
old habits need to change. Can't be stuck in the same cycle again and again and again. Can you?
I mean,
Nope. That's a nope. I'm answering for you. Come on.
oh,
Pulls her pulls her by the hand.
am I going out without a bra on? What are we doing? Where are we going?
Going outside.
Just outside.
We'll go properly out in a few minutes, but I'm teaching you something.
Okay. And she follows along. She won't fight back the whole way, even when it's just her in her fucking like comfy house clothes. She's still puttering along with her. She gets pulled along by the hand.
Comes outside, turns and about faces on her heel. So, you agreed that I would teach you how to at least box and fight.
Did I? It's like a little
Mm-hmm.
cringe. Oh.
And you also agreed that I would teach you how to do a few things.
Okay.
So, first question. What can you do?
I'm a nursing student. I, well, I guess technically now I'm a nurse, but
I mean, what can you do as what you are?
um, hold a thrilling conversation with my cat.
Okay, that's a start. You can talk to animals. Do you know what else you can do?
I haven't found anything else I can do, and I kind of found that one
Okay.
out by accident.
Maybe you should go around and check what else you can do.
I don't even know what there is to try.
Maybe you could start experimenting.
Just start doing crazy things and see if something weird happens?
No, just gives her a frown. Your blood is your blood. Figure out what's inside the blood and concentrate on yourself, and you'd be surprised what you can try learn.
Oh.
It's all about sometimes the blood. You have to learn to focus it, focus your energies. You can make yourself stronger, faster, endure more. Have you tested that yet?
No?
Well, then, she adopts this little stance. Use the blood to make yourself feel stronger.
I don't know how.
Concentrate. Close your eyes and concentrate. Think of, say, you want to. Here, this is easier. Judy kind of kicks off her boots, unzips her jacket, like she's wearing some sort of like Public Enemy t-shirt with, like kind of loose pants. I'm going to grapple you. I'm going to pin you on. I want you to break out, okay?
Okay.
I want you to use the blood to make yourself stronger.
Okay.
And she'll just, boom, she gets this kind of like martial arty type hold around Renee's neck, It's very fast.
And there's, even aware that it's coming, there's still like a comical uh response. And it's, I mean, she's got one point of brawl. She doesn't completely just flail around like an idiot, but there's kind of a comical like because she's not supposed to fight the initiation of the grapple, and she kind of wants to. So
You want to
she'll,
know a secret is Judy kind of squeezes in on her neck.
yes.
You don't have to breathe.
Oh, she
Remember?
she visibly calms down a little with the solid reminder of, you really don't need to. You could just stop worrying about it. At which point she does. She actually mellows out a good bit, realizing that that is true. She does not in fact need to breathe. So a chokehold is not quite as scary as it used to be.
Then Judy clicks her fangs out. Now, the reason why you break out of a chokehold is she just makes a biting motion.
There's the, oh shit, and um probably initially just a small bit of a struggle, but I'm not even going to make you roll off for it. She really doesn't have a lot to offer, but she will kind of calm down after a moment of like, fangs in my face. And will actually, if nothing else, because she's had to use it to heal before, will start moving around what's in her system and will spend a point into strength because she ain't got no
Kate,
ponies.
Kate, you gonna try break out?
Yep, and then we'll try to break out, having spent a whole point of blood.
Okay, Judy buffs.
Oh, I see how it is.
Mm-hmm. Testing him. Thankfully, she doesn't have a high strength score, but gets a lot of successes on the screen
Yeah,
share.
she still gets more than Renee. Though Renee does at least do half decent.
She does. Oh, she does. Yeah, she puts up a good struggle. But you can tell 2D you can tell that's professional martial arts training 2D has. You know what I mean? It's the way she has it. It's very tight.
Yep, there's a surprising amount of strength, really. Even Renee is a little bit surprised that she's able to, like, not break out, but still actually put up a fight, actually force, the limbs to budge. Um, and with a little bit of growing confidence, because that was reasonably close, she will. Let me look at my shit. Decide if this is a good idea. Seven minus your self-control, right?
What are
And
you doing?
it's at or
Add your hunger score.
well, she doesn't know better. So yeah, she will spend again and make a more concerted effort.
Okay.
And break out. With less success.
Yeah, no, 2D's just got you in this very firm hold. Like you can actually feel her like knees begin to slam into your back almost. Then she releases. Okay, that was good. But remember, sometimes being choked is okay. The next time, learn to take control of it.
And she is not in a pained way, but just kind of idly rubbing at her neck because that just happened. There was an arm there. And it wasn't that bad, really. Yeah.
Now, she'll walk into. She won't pick up at any of the knives. Definitely not. But she'll watch you walk into. She picks up basically two baseball bats. She kind of kicks them up, tosses one to Renee, takes one herself.
You sure this is a good idea? She takes
I
the
want you.
bat.
I would normally teach you with. I don't have. I'm not going to teach you with a knife.
Yeah, I prefer not.
It won't kill you. It's
No, but
just. It's a lot less complicated.
yeah.
Besides, I'm very good with a knife.
Oh.
Knives are often better. Guns are good to a point, but you have to aim for the head. Guns work, but for us, we can take more than most. A headshot is the cleanest way, but a knife is sometimes more effective.
Yeah.
So,
I guess it would be.
swing it.
Really? A little bit of a
Swing it.
grimace.
Swing it.
Yep. Chokes up on it, thankfully. Or not so thankfully. Cool as shit.
Dodge.
Helps if I'm typing in the right place. Nothing. Wait.
Two just sidestep. Two just
Those should
sidesteps
have all
back.
been successes.
They should have all been successes. Yeah, I don't know why you're saying nothing. Anyway,
Oh, it's because I
doesn't
missed the
matter.
equal to.
Doesn't matter.
Duh. It's a hell of a swing. Thankfully, 2D is just a lot faster than she is.
That's the point. Judy just woof, takes it like a very professional like step back.
For what it's worth,
Speed.
Renee looks relieved that she didn't succeed.
Speed. What you need to remember, that is your friend. Now, some kindred are faster than you. They will be. Some are stronger, some are tougher. But if you fight smart, then you win, you see. Now I want you to duck.
Tuck?
Swings.
Ugh.
She gets fucking 4.
She
One
only
goes
gets
through.
3.
One goes through, so strength is buffed. What's that? Oh! Jesus, 2D. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. I keep forgetting to screen share. So it's only bashing. So you soak it, it just hurts like a fuck. It hurts like a motherfucker.
There's still some hella impact, but it doesn't actually do damage. It just hits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which, rest assured,
It's just like, it's like, ow, 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 ow. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, no, it hits and it startles her, but it'll take her a second to realize that it doesn't actually hurt her. Like, there is probably a theatrical yelp, not like in expecting pain, not so much as in actual pain, followed by kind of a sheepish look as she, you know, kind of rubs at her side, like, oh.
You see, they will hurt. Don't get me wrong. It hurts. But she'll say very softly, if I was to take a knife, that will be more difficult to heal. However, it can be healed. In the end, fire can be healed, but you avoid it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all about
Your
avoiding getting hurt.
your people can grow claws, which I've had experience of. They are not pleasant. That takes a while to heal.
I never tried, but she kind of looks down at her
Per-
free hand, like has the bat in the other. I
Perhaps you should start exploring your own abilities. It's all very well sitting up reading a book every night. You are new with a ton of new things you need to learn about yourself. Perhaps you should start doing that.
Are we really supposed to be like, I don't know, wild?
Just shrug. Just because you're wild does not mean you haven't not been able to adjust into the city. I think. Perhaps you can figure out some way that you can manage. You can speak to animals, yes?
Well, yeah, I just not exactly the go camping type.
There are such things as dogs and cats, Renee.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I'll leave.
The little bit I've
I'll
heard
leave.
about it is, I don't know, they give the impression that it's, I guess it doesn't matter. Toulouse isn't like that. Daisy isn't like that either.
It depends on your perspective, I think.
I mean, they're not exactly turning into wolves and howling at the moon.
She just shake her head. I think you just need to learn where you fit in all of it, rather than assume it's something negative.
There's a sheepish shrug. I just kind of feel like I don't.
Well, perhaps you need to start changing that instead of sitting there in your room all day.
Yeah, probably.
And then when someone points it out to you, you wipe the sheepish smile off your face. Swings. She's going for a sweep.
I'll make the
It's a bit
token
harder.
attempt. It is
It's a
harder.
bit harder to.
These 8.
But one success.
Barely. She just barely, like, you even, like, make connection with the ankle. She just manages to recover instead of going straight over. the arms do the windmilling thing.
She just kind of looks at her. If you want to
Ugh.
learn how to make, if you want to learn how to make it in this, you have to learn how to be faster. You have to learn how to be smarter. But you also have to, she swings again. This time, she's going to take aim.
Again, there's frantic kind of dodging as she realizes, oh, the bat's coming up.
2 successes.
8 successes.
That skids by your nose.
It skims. So close. The breeze ruffles her bangs, you know, that close. Just like, ugh! I always thought the smarter part was not being in the fight to start with. Oh, God, Tootie. Oh.
Tootie then buffs. Spins on her heel. With 2 to hit. Just standard shots.
Oh, God. She's just going to keep dodging. All she's got going for her right now. She's doing a pretty good job. It's frantic. She can't really bring the bat to bear or anything. She's too busy, like, ducking and jiving.
There you go. There's all that for posterity. So, what Tootie does next? She will then, because of the buff, she misses. She attempts to snake a punch, but it kind of skids, essentially.
If nothing else, Renee's been trying to dodge something with a longer reach, so maybe she just doesn't make the distance quite fast enough.
That's fine. She'll come at you again.
Oh, God.
I'm getting a bit more serious. With 2 successes.
And here's where I introduce some potential comedy, because they're doing this, like, right on the front porch. So she just barely dodges the punch. But situational awareness is a thing, and it's something she really hasn't developed. And so I'm going to roll to see how well she recovers. As she tries to step back on the porch, where there's a step as opposed to porch. And she thankfully doesn't go completely, like, ass over tea kettle, but she definitely, like, stumbles her way down the porch steps, just barely recovering at the bottom, and I'll give you a free shot for that.
Okay. She lines up. 1, 2, 3. Strength +2, +2 for the bat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Donk.
Yeah, she gets another solid clonk. Is it with the bat or yeah, it's with the bat. So there's another solid, like, the sound of, you know, the bat hitting a solid body. And there's probably a jostle from the forest. But again, while there's a bit of a yip and surprise, there's no special damage done. Just
it just stings like a motherfucker.
Yeah, just some shock. And she continues to kind of backpedal wildly into the, like, towards the driveway, like, ow, ow, Tootie, 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 what are we, Tootie?
Misses, tries to curb stomp you.
Doesn't she have to be on the ground to be curb stomped?
Or she tries to, like, bring the kick forward, essentially. You know, that kind of, like, Spartan kick. She misses wildly, though.
This is about where Renee's gonna... Oh, God.
We're at the back porch, by the way.
That's okay.
Definitely back porch.
Back porch? Okay. Yeah, she finally decides that, nope, not today, Satan. And tries to go for the other back door, because if I remember right, there were 2.
Mm-hmm. So 2D, in her ballsiness, is going to throw. That's fucking 4 successes, even at a higher diff and everything.
Oh my God.
She donks you right in the skull. Hits you right in the dome. You take 2 off of that. So that's her strength with the buff is that. Plus 1 from the success. Plus 2 from the bat. It's that many. 2. This one's don't take away. The 2 right into the back of the head as the bat just bam. You know what I mean?
This time she finally takes one and it thumps her right in the back of the head. She even sees it coming and kind of ducks as she's running. It doesn't help. Still, like, skims past, thumps her real solid mid-spin on the back of the head and keeps going.
2D's going to give chase. And she's going to tackle. It's 1 success on tackle, but she's using dex, so she's trying to... Actually, no, sweep. Because I rolled the sweep is better. Make sure I screen share.
I'll give it to you. Like, she's a little caught by surprise between the thump and everything else and is probably stumbling. I'll just not even roll against it.
So yeah, 2D kind of catches you, kind of sliding, kind of catches you right in the knee as you kind of dumble over.
Yep. She eats dirt like a champ.
So 2D
promptly curls up.
Brings up your head. 2 successes.
Does what?
She grabs you by the back of your hair and brings up your head to her knee.
I mean, if you want to get really technical, she's prone, so it's 4.
Oh, 4. Okay. This is it's only bashing anyway, so you should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just 1. It's still gonna jar the fuck out of you. It's just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's so. It's still one of those things where she's finally like properly starting to kind of flail and shove and kick at Tootie, like essentially because that is enough. She has eaten shit. The hit while she's down was a little more than she could manage.
2D then will say, "Do you notice how unhurt you are?"
Maybe.
Why are you so panicked?
I feel like it's kind of just natural.
Then stop panicking and start focusing. 2D whirls. 2 successes. Actually, no, that's just... Yeah, no, it's still 2. Yeah, because I'm taking a higher diff because she's kicking. Three, she like sent a shot right into your gut again.
Is that damage?
Yep.
I assume she takes another one.
Yeah, she just kicks you. You're like, "Whoa!" Focus. Get away from me or fight me. Learn how to adapt. Learn how to think. Learning how to move, to think, to operate. Train your body and stop panicking. You're breathing. You're barely hurt. In fact, you can go another 5 to 10 rounds easily. Stop thinking like a human.
She starts like, again, she squirms
like
back
something
and
that's trying to
tries to
survive.
get herself up.
Gonna give that manipulation leadership role.
Mm.
Yeah. Got a screen shell.
Do it.
Got 3 successes.
It's not bad. She starts to get a handle on herself, and yeah, she surges up. Just focuses on getting back on her feet because being on the ground isn't doing her any favors.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. 1 second.
So what you doing, Renee?
She's just going for a blind tackle.
Mm-hmm. Do it.
Which is not her shit, but that's cool. It is diff 7, so there's only one success.
I skirt her out. Skirt her out of the way. Barely do. You kind of catch her off guard. She's like, whoa. Do you know what I mean? There's like a stumble because we're out in the muck, so it's a bit stumbly.
Yeah, it's also funny because she's probably still kind of clutching the bat because she doesn't have the sense to drop it really. So the fact that she went for a tackle instead of using it is probably a little strange. So she gets surprisingly close to succeeding. Though, if Tootie's gonna skid her out of the way, she's gonna bolt for the door again.
Oh yeah, give me a dex athletics roll just to see how far you get.
That's two.
Oh, Tootie's on your ass.
She's hella on my ass.
So Tootie is again going to attempt to tackle. So strength brawl. Yes, yes it is. That's not many. Yeah, she's going to go for a full tackle this time.
Yep, it's normally 7, but you're making it from the rear since she's running from you, so 5.
She gets a 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
And that means I need to roll Dex Athletics diff 9, and you need to roll a diff 6.
Yeah, I'm up. Barely, though. You can tell Tootie's not used to playing American football.
No, thankfully it does work, though, and Renee goes tumbling back into the muck.
Yeah, she comes in with that proper like American football tackle where you go up and over, but Tootie kind of stumbles a bit as well, like, oh god, ow. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, Renee tumbles. She's probably going to try to recover, get to her feet, and keep going.
Tootie is going to... You know what? I'd say after that tackle, though, I'd say since Tootie's still standing, Tootie's going to like just position herself at the door.
I mean, she can get between her and the door.
Mm-hmm.
She has the time it takes Renee to get up off the ground.
Tootie just smile, this little Victoria smile.
Whew.
I win this one.
I appreciate that I'm not actually that beat up, but
We're going to do this every day.
we are?
Once you get inside the house, we're going to learn to see how can you hide and get away from things.
Oh.
So, what I want you to practice is I want you to start training. I want you to start actually learning how to use things. You can read up on it, you can do whatever. But I want you to get past me.
Okay.
She give her a smile and reach over and like cup Renee's cheeks almost as if like you can tell she's quite proud of you actually. Because Renee put on some good form, so you can really give the vibe that Tootie's really happy with you. Like really, really happy.
I'm gonna say that by this point, between the excitement and how much blood she spent, and the fact that she's starting to feel a tinge of hunger because she spent a little more than she should have, she probably unconsciously has the fangs out. Because let's face it, she really doesn't hunt like most people do, so she's not as used to deploying and retracting. So you cup the cheeks on your cute little girl, and she's like fanged and.
I think somebody needs to go eat.
Yeah, that was harder than I thought it was going to be.
What you have to keep in mind from now on, keep yourself topped up. Because the blood, as you've noticed, helps in so many ways.
Yeah.
That's lesson number 2. Boop.
I get the impression she'd be chewing on her lip if she could get away from it, or get away with it, but all things considered, she'd probably bite holes in her lower lip if she did.
Now,
So, Instead, there's the idle finger rapping. You can hear the
Now
fingertips going on the baseball bat.
she stops, like clamps the hand. Now go get dressed and go out. I am on a phone call away, and you go get yourself fed. And I want you to tell me everything you've done afterwards. How it felt, any mistakes you could have made, anywhere you thought you could improve, anything you did well. I want to know everything.
Okay.
I'm gonna give her another manipulation leadership role. Ah,
Hmm.
no, Discord, thank you very much. No. Just fighting me. One success, and she'll just say that she cups Renee's cheeks again. You can do it. Just remember, think of it like surviving. It's not like you're doing anything bad to them. Think of it like surviving.
And it's kind of the grudging acceptance nod.
She gives her a squeeze of the hand.
Yeah. I should have. Kind of looks down at herself, looks at Tootie, kind of smirks. It's a little thrown off by the fangs, but should probably shower first.
Go on. Go on.
She kind of awkwardly offers out the baseball bat, like, here,
You
you
kind of
have
get
this.
you kind of get into the house and like move.
At least it puts a little urgency in her step. She gets chased in. She does again. Well, I guess in this case, take off her socks at the door, and as opposed to leaving them there, will carefully put them in her hand and take them upstairs with her to go into the laundry. And
Yes.
yeah, looks like Renee is going to be showering, changing, and well, she has to go out now. But we will save that for another scene. So for now, perhaps ever so slightly more assured of her survivability, Renee will go out. So we'll say thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. Da-na-na.